President William Ruto has criticized his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua following his recent social media session accusing the Kenya Kwanza government of failing to fulfill its promises. Speaking in Busia County, Ruto condemned leaders promoting tribalism and division, specifically accusing Gachagua of incompetence and lacking direction during his tenure. He emphasized that corruption, selfish motives and tribal politics have no place in Kenya.
Ninawaambia wale watu wa ukabila, wa ufisadi, wale watu wa chuki, wale wa migawanyiko, wale wa mitego, wale wa mashares hawana nafasi ya kuhubiri chuki katika taifa letu la Kenya. Sisi tumeungana kama Wakenya. Hatuna biashara na watu ambao hawana mpango yoyote. A man who is incompetent, he doesn't understand anything about the programs of the Republic of Kenya. He has no clue about our young people. Alafu anasimama pale anataka kutupatia lecture. Wewe unatupatia lecture ya ujinga, utupeleke wapi? Bure kabisa.
All eyes are on President William Ruto to appoint a new IEBC selection panel after the High Court cleared the list for submission. In a ruling, Justice Adola Chepkwony has dismissed claims of exclusivity, ruling there was no evidence of exclusion of persons with disabilities or failure to meet gender and regional balance requirements. The judge has also rejected a petition challenging Azimio Umoja's nomination process, stating the coalition was not formally enjoined in the case. This ruling allows the panel's appointment to proceed, paving the way for the selection of new IEBC commissioners ahead of the 2027 general election. The country currently faces 11 pending by-elections triggered by various reasons, including the deaths of members of county assemblies and the elevation of former Gunja MP Opiyo Wandayi and a former nominated MP John Mbadi to cabinet positions by President William Ruto. It has been 19 months since the Irene seat, the last of the Wafula Chebukati-led IEBC commissioners, was removed from office over her alleged involvement in attempts to interfere with the 2022 presidential election.
Pearl Newsbeat.
Grace Njoki, the woman who was arrested by DCI officers for storming a press conference by the Ministry of Health, has been released on a 10,000 Kenya shillings cash bill without being charged. Speaking to the media after her release, Njoki has described the harrowing experience leading to her arrest and spent at the Capitol Hill police station for causing disturbances at the Ministry of Health offices, for failure of the Social Health Authority to offer services at the Kenyatta National Hospital. Njoki has accused the police of allegedly violating her rights by arresting her without a reason while she had gone for treatment at Ladnan Hospital in Nairobi.
The other officers stormed in from Pangani police station. That's what I understood. There were over 20 officers. They carried me, they manhandled me. I was carried by force out of the hospital where I had gone to treatment, and I was dragged, I was pinched, I was bullied, and all through they never told me where they were taking me or why they were arresting me. Then they were insisting I write a statement, so I asked them about what. Nobody told me anything. So all through that time I was feeling threatened. I have a heart condition.
Chief Justice Martha Kome's security has been reinstated after it was allegedly withdrawn, and accused Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and Police Inspector General Douglas Kanja of interfering with the independence of the third arm of the government. The Chief Justice had described the move as troubling, adding that it disregards the law of separation of powers. Her remarks expect widespread debate, with the various stakeholders calling for swift action to address the issue. Speaking to the media, LSK President Faith Odhiambo threatened to boycott court sessions, adding that advocates attached to lawyer Abin Nasir law firm must also be granted audience at the Supreme Court.
Mobilizing our members to stage peaceful protest and occupy the Supreme Court in protest. Advocates may also be called upon to boycott appearances before the court as expression of disapproval. The Supreme Court's decision to deny advocates audience borders on judicial impunity, abuse of office, and incompetence. This presents ripe grounds for removal of a judge, and we also urge the Judicial Service Commission to initiate disciplinary proceedings to safeguard the integrity of the judiciary.
Learning in schools across the country will temporarily be disrupted at various points as the government begins registering learners for Taifa Care being administered by the Social Health Authority. The new push comes as the government continues with its bid to register all Kenyans to the health scheme. The Ministry of Education has partnered with the Ministry of Health to register the learners. Learning was halted in public schools in Mombasa for the exercise to be conducted by community health promoters, and the other parts of the country are expected to witness the same. Education CS Julius Ogamba, who witnessed the kick-off of the process say the ministry is also taking data on learners who lack a birth certificate for the Ministry of Interior to start issuing birth certificates.
On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I therefore wish to urge all parents to enroll their children as their dependents in the Taifa Care membership beginning today, and not only in Mombasa County, but also in all counties.
The government last year mandated that all school-going children be registered under SHIF as dependents. This directive aims to ensure that learners have access to comprehensive healthcare services under the SHIF, which is part of the country's Universal Health Coverage Initiative.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The United Nations has reaffirmed that the right to seek asylum is universally recognized following U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to suspend refugee admissions and hold the asylum program. Trump signed an executive order citing the country's inability to accommodate large numbers of migrants and refugees. UN rights spokeswoman Ravina Shamdasani emphasized that while states have the right to manage their borders, such actions must comply with international human rights obligations.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.